Alright, it's time to assemble the fleet, I think. Especially since that research is finally done there, so let's get to my production worlds and let's get started on that. Because I would like to get that assembled as quickly as possible so we can have these thorns out of the way. So Reese is already building up our corvettes, so we're good there on that front for a bit. And we can start building up the soldiers. Because I don't think I want any more venom sprayers from how it kind of impacts the performance a little bit. So only having a couple of them to kind of provide like auxiliary fire and to focus their role strictly on hitting the fighter interceptors, fighters, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I think they're just fighters there. That will serve them quite well. And in fact, I got a pretty sizable force already built up there. I have one hornet there on Blader. Or Bladder, I guess. However the hell you want to pronounce that. It almost seems like it should be Bladder. That would be unfortunate for that system. But the idea is to get rid of these two massive fleets that are kind of in my way. Once Sec is pretty much stabilized there and has its own defense underway, I can pull my beetles and fleet back as well to group up. So the focus is on getting this fleet is going. So Ratfields are at work. Let's see. One is busy doing trades, so I think I should help get that building up troops as well, even though it's not the most optimal, of course, so a little bit extra stuff will never hurt on his part. How much does that affect the income, though? Okay, it only drops it by 6, so that's not a big deal. So I think I'll get some drone ships in, because there hasn't been any real massive updates for them, I think, as far as tech is concerned. So I'll get them to build the drone ships, and hopefully they can help contribute a little bit. What's next? We got Armory, which of course is one of the stuck in that blockade, so there's not a whole lot I can do with it. And last belt, I think, is ultra rich, is it? No, it's just abundant, so and still developing, so I don't think I want to redirect that too much. CERN is rich, and it's about to get its battle station all set up, so that could be a potential candidate. Still developing as well, so I might contain only 2 consorts primarily, while everything else is developing. We got Falvar, but that's pretty much too far away there. It can use the wormhole, but I think that's going to be my one world I'm going to use to kind of support my planets up on the northwestern part of the galaxy. It's kind of weird to think of the galaxy as that kind of way, kind of two-dimensional sense. It's kind of northwest, but hey, that's how it works. The Trinity B, okay, there's the other one I was looking for. The Trinity B, that's busy getting all the consorts all built up, so I think it's safe to say I want to build another Hercules Beetle there. But I don't think I updated to Class 3, did I? Okay, yes, I actually did. So I want to throw the Class 3 in there with the Canopy Shield. And have it build one of those for me, and then I can start refitting the others. So those are all my production worlds building. Let's see, do I want to look into refitting? Okay, I got Mark 2s, the Soldier Mark 4s are fine. The Hornet should be fine. So I think it's just a Hercules Beetle I want to refit. I don't know if CERN is ideal for that or not. Well, it probably is. Especially, well, I'll probably speed build that, but actually, let me take that somewhere that's a little more, has a little more production, so Zeta 2 might actually be able to do it. It's ultra rich there. Not the most optimal, but it'll do, I think. Actually, what am I thinking? I might as well take it straight down to Trinity B. Seeing as that's where I want to assemble my fleet to kind of prepare for the Lewis fight that's going to be happening. So I think that's everything besides this colony ship, which I don't know where it's going. I'm pretty certain my consort scared it off, but no clue where it is heading to right now. So, research bays. I have been pretty good with my, trading there, and of course the assimilation. So I got the swarm missiles, got heavy torpedoes, and the payload density also at least boosts missiles there. I don't think that works for my photon torpedoes though, I'm not seeing it mentioned at least. Well, it says conventional torpedoes, so I don't think that counts. And then we got heavy fire bays, which there's a nice upgrade for my carriers. So I could probably grab them there. Not to mention it gives me like several techs closer to the Titan. Although I'm gonna have to figure out how the hell to get the Star Fortress as well, so that's gonna be fun. And there's a lot of other nice fun stuff I can grab here as well. That would be really convenient. We're done with the energy and the economics. That's basically just slight boost if I were to research them, so that's more in-game type stuff. And we have the singularity can that I could probably work for, because I'm pretty confident I could probably steal Stargate tech from the Raleigh due to my simulator tech. And to be perfectly honest, I don't even think I have much need for a Stargate, especially at the moment there. So I'm gonna stick with the heavy fighter bays because that seems the most obvious. I might not use it for the current battle to come, but it'll work out. And then let's get this all set up. We have food shortage on Corsi. So do we have a food shortage? Why is there a food shortage? Because I have a surplus of food. I have 20 food. All my transport ship. I still have transport ships available. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't get it. What is... Oh, it's barren soil and it's relying on mola farms too, which might be... I don't see how that's part of the issue, is it? And of course we have Coolar, which is radiate, so we might as well use Cool for the farming. Yeah, I got extra food. So why is this starving? Don't quite get what that is exactly. But we got that solved for the time being. And it looks like we got some more infantry ships coming in. Of course, they're not really throttled. 2 freighter ships, that's at most 8 infantry I believe, so I am not worried at all. Although I do need to try and deal with these corvettes that are in the way. So that's one less threat for me to deal with. Keep it... Basically starve the fleet out if possible. So that way it has no way to reinforce itself, so it'll eventually just die on its own due to the battleship harassment. Or battle station harassment. Jesus, that's not the way you want to go. Oh, Igni, okay, that's just a Fulvar place, so I just want to keep the population going. And the Fulvar breed fast, so I might as well get that early. So more spies, don't care about them, more ships building, so yeah, that Corvette's an easy kill. I don't even need to try it. And we got the colony ships. Huh. The Cortesine don't actually have biospheres. That's interesting. And of course they have a lot of tech I would love to get access to. Alloy tempering that boosts HP. I don't know if that includes shields though, to be honest. So all ship modules gain 20% their HP, so that's strictly for armor, so that is not really meant for me, which is kind of sad. Shield capacitors of course are for me, but damn, that's expensive. Of course they are militaristic to be fair, so that would explain that. Let's see, Stargate, Fighter Bay, which I'm already getting, atmospheric filters, which would be handy. And I have the power armor, which I think I can get away with giving them. Seeing as the infantry are kind of pointless. they don't utilize any of that kind of gear. Seriously? Seriously? So what can I give them? I don't care about Stargate. Galactic Currency Exchange, what is that again? Receive more credits for trade routes, but considering that everyone wants to go to war with me, that's not really going to happen, I don't think. So atmospheric filters would be pretty handy for cutting out the pollution on my production worlds. And that would effectively make them more productive than my asteroid belts. And that just leaves terraforming for the sake of the population, and that would be a massive boost. I want that filter if I can get it somehow. Might as well give them that. That's gonna hurt tolerance quite a bit though. But whatever, it can work. Let's see, Core Pride World. There's the filter. So that, I think that's a pretty good tech to use, like on Ratfield here, which is ultra rich. I can just grab that and that should cut off the rest of the pollution. And I get a free 29 production a turn. But how long is that going to take me to build? Ooh, that's not going to take long at all. It is going to be more longer term, mind you. And there's no way I want to build that just yet. I just want to get that fleet assembled first, if I can help it. Although this is a lot of this, yeah. Come to think of it, a lot of ships here are not going to be highly level boosted compared to like my production worlds, due to the bonuses that my planets have or asteroids have. So it's a hard call to make. I just gotta keep an eye on how my frigates and corvettes are going. I still got plenty of space, so I'm not worried at all. This shouldn't take too terribly long to build up either, so I don't think I need a university. Nah, not for the maintenance costs it would put on me. I don't think it's worth it. Not to mention there's not much of a population there anyway. And it's still there anyway, is it? Yeah, it's only 5% instead of the 10 that they would have given me. So let's auto this again, and what was it, 55? Oh, I would love to just auto that, but we know how that's gonna work. And I'll have to see what the battle stations ended up managing to do as far as damaging them. Although if a lot of them were still corvettes that died, then I'm probably not going to chip away the fleet strike anytime soon, if I were to be honest. So it's going to take a lot of time. But when I finally get around to dealing with the Raleigh, they're probably not going to have much of the fleet left. Which will work out nicely. And then I can wipe them all out. And that will leave mainly the Quarter scene to deal with. So can I hit him? No, I cannot. So I might as well back him up to safety and then shoot next turn. Yep, I get a nice little simple double hit here with the rocket launcher. And I don't even do anything else. Except the fact that my mech isn't even in range. God damn it. Come on. We know your attempts are pitiful. You don't have to try anymore, Raleigh. Yeah, just walk it up there. If I had a way to melee it, I would. Since it had the action points for it, I think. But yeah, really? Was that the best they had to offer? I know there was 2 infantry ships coming, but Jesus. They're just wasting my time and the viewers' time at this point. It's getting a little redundant, but hey. I can't help it with the way the bots have bugged out. Not like a lot I could do about that, but we are going to have to try and house rule that a bit. And it looks like, yeah, it didn't look like it would kill any of the fleet strength, so maybe I should go into the battle and let it happen normally. Just so I have the ability to focus fire and get a little more value out of it that way. It's kind of funny how that singularity is still there. It's never vanished for some reason. So it looks like a lot of spies, or yeah, at least they stole Atromestrix lab, which isn't really a big deal, let's be honest. If they don't have Astrometrics labs at this point, then they're probably screwed in the science department, I would just say. So, we're browsing more of these quarters scene, but Jesus, they still have nothing of worth. They're gonna have something of interest. That's kind of different. They have sensor arrays on this thing, and I don't know why. That is definitely different, even if the tech is relatively basic. So it seriously makes me wonder, do I have anything to worry about the quarter scene? Especially if I were to strike first, because I could easily grab like these 3, maybe 4 systems. Assuming I can annihilate their fleet with little effort. And I could probably push straight the core drawn before they even had a chance to assemble a proper fleet. And then this campaign is all but over. And then it's just a slow, inevitable victory for me. So yeah. Healed atmosphere on core C2, so that's good, that paid off. And the homeworld has the recruiting station now, so I get 2 levels now on my homeworld for built ships, so that's fine. And we finally have our Hercules Beetle here, so time to refit this. Although it's probably easier just to move it out, so that way I'm not have every ship caught there. There, that's a little bit better. So that way I'm not stuck with refit for the fleet name for the rest of the game, pretty much. Hopefully it won't take too long. Well, it's too late. I already have to deal with that, apparently. Oops. Apparently it keeps the ship selected there. I'm guessing, although I don't see it. Oop, that was a misclick there. Okay, this should be a little bit better. Quickly refit that, and how long will it take us? Seriously? Don't tell me that'll take 16 turns. I know you goddamn liar. Oh, that's why. Because I'm making a new one. That's more like it. Yeah, it's only like 12 resources for production to refit that one, so I just hope the leftover production transfers over to the other Hercules Beetle I was building. And it looks like we got a human colony ship going over to Sarit, which is fine. That just means I can colonize that pretty soon too. So I am okay with that. More worlds for me to conquer, and I actually benefit from my simulator trait doing it. So that's fine. So what do I want to give this planet next? Because I think all the... Well, it's still building, so what am I saying? It still needs to get its battle station going. I'm thinking ahead right here. Getting a bunch of these traits. Fulvar is still being a nuisance. Oh, wow, that's a massive fleet. I'm gonna need to be very careful about that. Because they can attack at any time. Even if it is a weak fleet. And since I'm not doing much anyway, I might as well just regroup in the way of the Volvar. Just to be safe. And I might as well have the cruiser here intercept those corvettes. Oh, he's doing a smart thing. He's going around. Or at least going to the airplane there to group up. I'm getting a lot of these traits now for some reason. Interesting. I feel bad for the cucks. The cucks affiliation is in the center of the, damn it, I forget their names. After doing the Masters of Rhine Village, Karasi. The Karase territory. Ah, that was a bad blunder. Because I had it on the tip of my tongue too. I just could not remember. So Alpha Belt, that is a rich world, so I might as well have that building a couple of ships. Because I have a lot of frigates and corvettes to build up. So hopefully this comes along quickly. I don't imagine it'll take too long. We're halfway through our corvettes and over halfway on our frigates. I just gotta remember to start sending ships over. What the hell happened to my subspace beacons or projectors? The pathing changed for some reason there. So it's not perfectly straight the way I would have liked it. That's weird. Oh, Fulvar on the move, and so are the Federation. So this works out well. I can intercept both of them at the same time. Oh, actually, they're going to the wormhole. Interesting. Very interesting. Although I don't think Igni 1 has an actual starbase, does it? No, not really. It's not going to have one anytime soon. Especially being ultra poor. Oh, it's in... The Fulvar aren't even coming to my world. They're basically trying to rendezvous with their fleet down there. Which is gonna go badly for them. Let's not kid anyone here. It's gonna go pretty badly once I intercept that fleet. Doesn't matter how many Fulvar ships there are. They are pretty much dead. Corsi 2. Nice, I have this fully maxed out population. I just gotta keep getting the science out of it though. Slowly convert to be purely science. But is there anything else I need to build first? Just the archaeology. So where are you, Corsi? Yeah, I can live with 20 turns for it being built. Well, I'll get all the research boost. And there's 2 other worlds to get going. Where are they? CERN and Theta. So I did have this thing building something, I forget what. Because it still needs to get a battle station, it looks like. Because that was the one where I rushed the starbase to deal with the Federation fleet that was attacking there earlier. And this was CERN. So there's all the basic productions, even has the battle station. So this is coming away there slowly. So everything's looking good so far. So, geez, that's quite the spam. Hostile fleet. So yeah, I can already deal with that easily enough. Geez, and they're getting a lot of corvettes there, so I probably should better position myself to deal with them. I would think. I just don't want to be too far away from Sec, since it doesn't really have any battle station up to defend itself to the smaller ships. But does it have infantry? No, not yet. It only has 2 troops, so I don't think that's enough for any dedicated effort, huh? Interestingly enough, one of the stock variants for the infantry involves using the power gloves. So that is interesting. That just shows that the setup for this is for all the infantry is pretty melee centric. I think it's clear to say, because I figured it would just ignore the power armor altogether until I put it on there. Clearly not. Alright, we're almost together there. Yeah. Heavy fighter bay is research, so I am happy to be utilizing that. And like I said, cruiser destroyed, no damage.